An Arab sheikh told his two sons to race their camels to a distant city to decide who would inherit his fortune. The rule was that the one whose camel is slower will win. So the brothers started the race, but they didn't know what to do. They both wanted to make their own camels slower, so neither of them wanted to move fast. After wandering around for days, they met a wise man and asked him for advice. After hearing the advice of the wise man, the brothers jump on the camels and race as fast as they can to the city. What advice did the wise man offer? The wise man's advice helped them see that by switching camels, they would both try to make the other's camel slower and race quickly to the city. There are two plastic jugs filled with water. How could you put all of this water into a barrel without using the jugs or any dividers, and still tell which water came from which jug? Answer: freeze one or both of the jugs, then cut the plastic away, leaving only the ice. You could now put them into the barrel and still tell which water came from which jug. There is a frog stuck in a 60-foot well. How many days will it take the frog to get out if for every day he jumps 5 feet up, but then falls back 3 feet? "29 days. The last jump he was out of the well, so he did not fall 3 feet back." What do these three have in common? Dogs, diamonds, and double plays. Answer: they are best friends of something. Man's best friend, a girl's best friend, and a pitcher's best friend. There were two fathers and two sons on a boat fishing. They each caught a fish, but only 3 fish were caught. How can this be so? There was a grandfather, his son, and his son's son in the boat. 2 fathers and 2 sons. What would you be sure to find in the middle of Toronto? An O on Toronto. There were 5 men at church, and it started raining while they were outside. The 4 that ran still got wet, but the one that was still stayed completely dry. Why did he stay dry? Answer: he was in a coffin. The other men were at his funeral. I am a man that stands in the cold. When I feel the sun, I start to run. Who am I? A snowman. You walk into an old horror house. It has no power or plumbing. Once inside, you see 3 doors. Each door has a number on it. Behind each door is a way for you to die. Behind door number 1, you die by getting eaten by a lion. Behind door number 2, you die by getting murdered. Behind door number 3, you die by electric chair. You can't turn back, so you have to go through a door. Which door do you go through? Answer: door number 3. The house has no power, which means it doesn't have electricity. Therefore, the electric chair won't work. A man has recently escaped from prison and is making his way home on foot. He is walking along a straight rural country lane in bright daylight. He has walked about 2 miles from the prison when he sees a police car coming toward him. Despite knowing that all squads would be out looking for him, he ran towards the car for a short while, and then turned and ran into the woods to hide. Why did he initially run towards the police car? The man is on a bridge when he spots the police car coming toward him. He's nearly across the bridge, so the quickest way out of danger is to run forward.